The art world is changing. Art has always been a driving force in community enrichment, creating social awareness and enhancing the juxtaposition of our society and the artist's canvas. Today, the artworks have grown in scale and complexity to intrigue new audiences and revive the collective appreciation of art in general. These folks don't just create, they inspire. We call these folks the art influencers.
Hi, I'm Todd Pierce, graphic designer for 31 years and pursuing my career in art. I have been involved with the design of wayfinding and signage for a really better part of my life. I started my design firm in New York City when I was 22. One of my very first projects, and it's a wonderful thing, I was very fortunate, was to redesign the signage of the New York subway system. And the use of very simple words, bold messages, and the use of iconography or symbols help to cross language barriers and convey those messages quickly. Well, I suppose when you think of the word icon, it can take on many connotations. We use the word icon to describe a deity, like a god. We can describe an icon for someone very popular like a Marilyn Monroe, or my favorite, an Andy Warhol. Or it can also describe a symbol or a pictogram. And in my case, we're kind of blending many of those definitions to bring awareness of our world of kind of global communication. It's kind of funny, if you have an iPhone, for example, you can pick that up, and iconography is the means by which we interface with that tool. If you're in any airport around the world, in any big city, you're going to see the signage that's guiding you through the airport facility, and there will be a judicious use of icons on the signs. And I think the real reason why is because a picture speaks 1,000 words. When you're in these environments, whether there be visitor, tourist, transportation environments, not everybody speaks English as their first language. So iconography actually helps to bridge that gap. I've always found art to do something very similar than iconography does. Art itself has always, in my mind, bridged language barriers. It's always been kind of a spoken language that no matter whether you spoke French or Spanish or English or whatever, we all can somehow garner some important feeling or emotion without even a spoken word. You know, looking at the idea of Warhol and painting 32 Campbell soup cans on a wall, it got me thinking, what if I took these everyday symbols that we see around us, you know, either hanging next to the men's room, a bathroom, or the ladies' room, bathroom, or a sign on the street that says this way to the airport. What if I was to take these out of context and actually put them up on the wall? You know, take the dancing couple and actually put it up on the wall. And rather than meaning a little symbol on a map for where you can go do ballroom dancing, just look at it for art itself. And I thought about the idea that maybe iconography is one subject matter that really reflects today's global popular culture. So if you think about it, iconography is around us every single day. The viewer can choose to whether they decide to interpret it as art or not, but certainly as a communication tool, every time I go to the bathroom, I choose door right or the door to the left, and it's going to be because of that icon that helps me make my decision. So I'm actually trying to bring techniques that are kind of have their roots in street art and bring them to the walls of fine art. I call bunk a little bit on the fact that today's art isn't imagery, or good art isn't all about imagery and that's a fad or whatever. I find that art better be good on the wall. You better like it. You better come home at night, sit back with your glass of wine or your Coke and go, dang, that's beautiful. Otherwise, it's pretentious. What to expect from me, I would hope that whether my work's liked, appreciated, whatever, as time goes on, I don't care. But you can always expect a pretty hardworking guy. Well, I think the #1 place to find me right now is at Instagram, and I use PICTOFORM. Picto, which kind of means picture, and form, you know, I would take it like any kind of shape, like a circle, triangle, square, whatever. So it's all about kind of visual communication. happens to be the name of my design firm, PICTOFORM. So follow me at PICTOFORM, on Instagram.